Hello folks, this is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers. A little bit hoarse today, as you can see, but not just on the wall, also in my throat. Interesting, isn't it? Well, today is going to be a preliminary to the video I told you, and the video that I told you about is going to be actors playing actors. And I think that'll be very interesting. But today we're going to talk about some preliminaries. The fact is that President Trump is here for a specific reason, and that is to change the system that we've been on, the fiat system, to change it over to the new system, which is the quantum system. But that's not the only thing. The type of government that we have had for the last 155 years is something called Washington, D.C. Inc., and it has now been destroyed. And now they have put in place martial law in the city of Washington, D.C. The reason that it is there is so that the people who are committing the crimes there, and it's one of the biggest crime places throughout the United States right now, they're going to go ahead and they're going to take all of that crime, all of the places where they're having tent cities and various other things, and they're going to get it all removed. Now, I heard just the other day a guy who I respect is one of these people. He does a group of videos about living in vans and RVs and so on. And he said that President Trump is now going to make it impossible for people to be able to live the nomad life, and that the people who do live the nomad life are now going to be arrested for doing it. Now, I don't buy into that idea. What he is going to do is in the cities where people live in RVs, where people live in vans and other kinds of things, especially illegal aliens, and many of those are members of various gangs and so on. And these people are going to be taken out of the country. It will be possible, I do believe, for some of the families, and these would be the families that have not really committed any crimes other than crossing the border. I believe it's very possible that some of those people might be able to find some form of amnesty. So anyway, I think that's a possibility. I believe, however, that they're still going to have to go back to their original country, and the reason for that is that the QFS is very close. I'm seeing a lot of videos right now where people are saying that Jesus is going to return very soon, and I'm starting to believe that if in fact these people are correct about what they're saying, that it's a very good likelihood that President Trump, Donald Trump, could very well be the last president before Jesus Christ begins his reign. Now, the last president, a lot of people believe that that is the last person that would be president in the United States. However, the fact is that once Jesus is the king of the world, it is very possible that the United States may have other presidents. Jesus is very much into the idea of each nation having its own sovereign government and each nation having its own economy. Now, all of the economies would be hooked up to the QFS system. The reason for that is not to control the economies. It is to give each economy an opportunity to trade with the other economies. The way that the new system will be set up, instead of a 3 to 7 to 10 day bank transaction, which has always been the case under the fiat system, under the SWIFT system, the new system would actually be set up so that it would be able to do transactions from country to country in a matter of seconds or minutes. I mean, it's just going to be that fast. Boom. That's one reason why the new coins like XRP and some of these are going to be an important part of the new system, is because of the fact that they're going to be actually at the base of the transactions. So if you're in Spain and you wanted to send $100,000 to the United States, it would happen on the new system in a matter of just a few moments. And that would happen through various coins such as the XRP. So that's one thing that we have to understand, is that all of this is being set up. This is why President Trump is in place. He did not want to actually be president, and he has said that on many occasions. He wants to stay with his private life. However, if the people of the world or of the United States need him specifically to do all of this, that he would be willing to do it. And so that is what is happening right now. He is actually going ahead and he's getting it all put into place. That's why he has the group of people in his administration. They are all working together. The banking systems, as they are being flipped over from the old system to the new quantum system, many bankers are actually being arrested, and they're being sent, and I believe we've talked about this a time or two, but there is new evidence that this is happening this week, so I'm going to reiterate. They are being sent either to Gitmo or they're being sent to Diego Garcia or one of the other military bases awaiting their tribunals. Now, a lot of people are talking about the people going through the court system, but that's not the only thing that's happening. There are actually people that are going through tribunals, and it has been happening for quite a long time. I believe that it's something over 500,000, almost 1 million people that have been tribunaled so far. And we won't be hearing a whole lot about those tribunals until they are ready to begin discussing them. Now, I can get away with talking about some of these things a little bit because of the fact that my network is very small. I have 50 some or 60 people on my network. The other network, which is DSR Chats, only has about 10 people on it. And so I can get away with that. Now I could have each of my channels grow another, few hundred people, and it still wouldn't matter. The people that have to be quiet about these things are the Benny Johnsons with 5.5 million followers, and Stephen Gardner with 2 or 3 million. And I believe the other one is called Next News, has 2 or 3 million people. These channels can't really get away with it, but because of the fact that very few people listen to my videos, these types of videos won't get more than maybe 25 or 30, maybe 40 people that are going to watch them. And it's kind of sad, because the information that I'm giving you is very important, very pertinent, and very current, even though you might not be hearing it in the places that you might be going to for your news. And the reason for that is because of the fact that they're not ready to give that information to you. So, with all that being said, and there's much more yet to say, but the next video I think I'm going to do is going to be actors, playing actors, portraying actors, pretending to be the actors. And we will have an opportunity to talk about that, hopefully, on the next video. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers. I hope you have a good day. And the best way to have a good day is to start out with good prayers. And if they reach the throne of God, well, you're going to have a good day. That's all there is to it. And so with that being said, you have a good day.